And Mr. Nunez, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. Why don't we just give it another minute or two for Councilor Reyes? Felix or Maria, are you the other attendee?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. All right.
Take a
Good.
minute. Good. How you doing?
Well, thank you. All right, we do have quorum without Councilor Reyes. It's 5 past the hour. Why don't we get going? We have public safety immediately following. So with that, I would like to call the Monday, April 13th meeting of the Lawrence City Council Personnel Committee to order. I'd like to begin with a roll call. Councilor De La Cruz.
Present.
Thank you. Councilor Vasquez.
Present.
Councilor Selena Reyes. Noted. I am your chairman, Councilor Dave Abdu. I would ask that we begin this evening with the Pledge of Allegiance as we would if we were there in person. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
United States of America.
and to the
And to the
republic,
republic,
Which is second.
one
one
nation,
nation,
Under God,
under God,
indivisible.
with
Liberty.
for us.
Thank you, everyone. I hope everyone is well this evening and staying home, being safe.
Mr. President?
Yes, Councilor De La Cruz.
Yes, Mr. President, can we do a moment of silence? There's so many families that are losing their family. And, family are mourning because relatives are dying.
Councilor De La Cruz, with your words, absolutely. I would ask for a moment of silence. Thank you. And thank you, Councilor De La Cruz, for bringing that to the forefront. And I would like to welcome Councilor Selena Reyes. Good evening, Councilor.
Yep.
You haven't missed anything, because with that, I'm going to ask that someone make a motion to approve the minutes of February 25th.
Councilor Abdu, before we move forward with the meeting, please remember that it's important that we read the notice on the top of the agenda.
Thank you. This is why it's a team effort. I want to thank Mr. President for that. Obviously, everyone at home and in this meeting, we're meeting virtually, and I'm going to read this disclaimer. Pursuant to Governor Charlie Baker's March 12th, 2020 orders suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, Mass General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 18, and the Governor's March 15th, 2020 executive order imposing strict limitations on the number of people that may gather in one place. This meeting of the City of Lawrence's Personnel Committee is being conducted via remote participation. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort is being made to ensure the public can be adequately accommodated with access to the proceedings as provided for in this order. A reminder that persons who would like to view or listen, it goes on to say you can join us via YouTube or Facebook or the City Council page. Thank you, Council President. So with that, we dispense with the roll call. I would accept the motion to approve the minutes of February 25th.
Second.
Motion made by Councilor De La Cruz, seconded by President Vasquez. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We'll do it as a roll call.
Yes, sir. Councilor De La Cruz?
Present? Yes.
That's aye. President Vasquez?
Yes.
Councilor Reyes?
Yes.
Thank you. And the chair votes yes. The minutes of February 25th are approved. As a side note, this evening, we will take every motion by, for those at home are following along, that we will take every motion by roll call as this is a virtual meeting. First agenda item this evening is a new item for April 7th, and that is the appointment Manuel A. Nunez as a voting member of the Lawrence Planning Board, submitted by Mayor Rivera on April 2nd. Mr. Nunez is being appointed for a full 5-year term by the mayor. And it will be effective upon his confirmation by the full council and oath administered by the city clerk. Mr. Nunez, welcome.
Thank you.
Ms. Nunez, this evening, we're going to ask you a couple quick questions. First of all, I want to thank you for making yourself available to serve your city and serve on the planning board. Planning board is one of great distinction. It controls, if you will, the discretion of the city ordinances as to how we allow growth and reconstruction in our city and how we land use ordinances. With that, sir, if you would tell us a little bit about yourself and why you want to serve on the planning board.
Yeah, so my name is Manuel Nunez. I've lived in Lawrence since I was 9 years old, pretty much my entire life. City that I've grown to know and love. I think it's a very distinct community, primarily Hispanic, and I've grown to love the city. And when I was approached and asked if I'd be willing to serve on the board, I was happy to be given the opportunity to serve my community.
Great. If you would tell us a bit, what do you do for a living? Why would you want to serve? Why don't you say what do you do for a living, sir?
Yeah, so I'm a systems administrator for DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. So I mainly work in tech.
Okay, very good. And if you were a member of the planning board, what would you see as an issue where you'd want to make a change on the planning board? That's how you can help change the city through the planning board.
Well, I think that one of the crucial problems that Lawrence has at the moment is when it comes to housing and the lack and shortage of housing. Just in general, anywhere that I've looked and people that I know, even myself, it's pretty tough to find a place to be able to rent and live. And I think that also is skyrocketing the price of rent. So I think that that is one of the things that stands out to me right away concerning the sport specifically.
Mr. President, I have a question for Mr. Nunez.
Councilor Dela Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Nunez, as you mentioned, we have a city where the tenants are paying a very high price. Are you thinking about creating a tenants committee or a tenants and landlords support?
I think that anything that we can do to inform the public and to have specifically renters, for them to know what their rights are as tenants, I think is somewhere that I believe is lacking. I just think that the education is not there, and I think that the education in Spanish primarily, I think it's not there. So having a committee where that information is able to be shared, I think it would be great, and I'd be definitely willing to participate in any way that I can to put that together.
Mr. Nunez, we also have a problem that is not being taken care of, and that is the median salaries of the people in our community. The median salary is about 37, 38 for any person who applies for the housing. But the real story of the people from Northern is that most of the people median salary is $20,000 a year. Then it is a gap of $15,000. When people are trying to get into one of those apartments, they will never qualify because the state is already mandating that they go by the median salary, which is $37,000. Have you been aware of that, or is something that is new to you?
That is new to me.
Okay.
I wasn't aware of those statistics.
Yeah, exactly. And when they build these beautiful meals that they building, we love it. We see the progress, we see the advance in the community. But when it comes to the people that are already in knowledge, they cannot move in one of those apartments because the median salary it has a gap of $15,000 a year. Then that is something that I would like you to read about or to get more information. And I know it's the state who has to bring the changes to the city. Maybe a federal law needed to come down that we go and start seeing the effect that is causing in our poor community of people not being able to rent an apartment by themselves. They have to share apartments with other family, other relatives. But please take care of that because it's like we're talking about something that nobody want to hear, but that is our reality. Our people never, a lot of our people, they don't make more than $20,000 a year. And the median salary is demanding to be 87 or more. And thank you, President. That was just, I'm bringing that awareness to people because I want people to hear the reality story that is behind the tenants and the landlords.
Thank you, Councilor De La Cruz. Appreciate that. Are there other questions by other members for Mr. Nunez? Questions?
The motion to approve, if there is no question.
There's a motion to approve by Councilor De La Cruz, or send to the full council with a favorable recommendation. Councilor De La Cruz?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second?
Okay.
There's a second by Councilor Reyes. Is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? The ayes have it, but I'm going to take a roll call vote. Councilor De La Cruz?
Yes.
Councilor Reyes?
Yes.
Councilor Vasquez?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. That's a unanimous vote, Mr. Nunez, to send you to the full council as a favorable recommendation. Congratulations on that. I would ask that you tune in next Tuesday night on Tuesday the 21st, at which time your recommendation will be taken up by the full council. And if you would make yourself available, that would be wise, as our other colleagues may have questions for you. So with that, do you have any questions? Yes.
Nope, not at this time. I will definitely jot that date down for sure.
Very good. 7 o'clock next Tuesday night, and information should be available through the City Council Facebook page and YouTube page, right, Mr. President?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Nunez. Our final item of the evening is item number 9220, the appointment of Bethania Camillo Correa as a voting member of the planning board. The accentuate voting member, as she is currently a associate member of the planning board. This would make her a full voting member of the planning board, and it would be for a full 5-year appointment. Good evening, Ms. Correa. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you, and thank you for your service on the planning board. Would ask why you want to do another 5 years. I don't say that in a negative way, but why do you come before us for another 5 years?
I actually love being part of the board because there's a lot of housing things that come across us that, since I'm a real estate agent, keep me in the loop of things that are coming on. And having the real estate knowledge, I feel like the votes I make, I have been making votes because there's only been 4. I understand what I'm saying or what I'm talking about because I'm part of that world.
Oh, very good.
Mhm.
Again, thank you for your service. It's good that we have someone involved in real estate, someone who knows the city and knows the different, whether it's housing stock, commercial stock, industrial stock. That's useful, and thank you for that. Are there other members of the the personnel committee that have questions?
Yes, President.
Councilor Dela Cruz.
Thank you, President. Ms. Camilo, thank you for serving in our community. We know that you have to take time of your time to be able to serve. Like I mentioned to the previous person, I'm very concerned about the median salary of our people that is not matching with the median salary that any project, any housing project is demanding. When they put a construction, the state demands that they have to go by the median salary. Then the median salary doesn't match with the salary of the people or most people in this community. Then I would like you to put attention to that. And I know that it's hard to make changes to that law, but at the same time, it's very good to know about it and to see what else can be done.
Okay.
And thank you for serving in our community. And, you know, this is our city. We need to see people like you making a difference. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Other councilors? Questions, motions?
Motion to approve?
There's a motion by Councilor Dela Cruz. Is there a second?
Second?
Second by Councilor Vasquez. Is there further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of sending this up to the full council with a favorable recommendation, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. I'll go around. Councilor Dela Cruz,
Yes.
Councilor Vasquez,
Yes.
Councilor Reyes,
Yes.
and the chair votes yes. Ms. Camillo, this is a unanimous recommendation to the full council of a favorable recommendation for your, it's not a reappointment, it's an appointment of a full 5-year, full voting member status. So like we asked Mr. Nunez, if you can, join us next Tuesday evening, should any of our colleagues have any questions.
Okay.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are there any other motions, any other items? There's one tabled item. Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to adjourn?
Second?
The motion to adjourn, there's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And roll call. Councilor Dela Cruz,
Yes.
Councilor Vasquez,
Yes.
Councilor Reyes,
Yes.
and the chair votes yes. We are adjourned. I want to thank everyone this evening. For those,
Thank you. I miss to see you all. I miss to see your faces. I
soon
miss
enough.
to say hello, to hug each other.
Look forward to seeing you soon, Counselor. And for anyone that is looking for the public safety meeting, Mr. President, is it on this same channel?
No, it's going to be a different code. Anyone who's at home watching via the social media pages will be back in approximately 8 minutes.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
All right,
Thank you.
Good night. Bye-bye.